Are we live? Are we live? I think we're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Bad Bookers Wrestling Podcast. My name is Jack. And NXT, we're reviewing NXT today, like we usually do. And as you can see, I'm at home, the comforts of my own home. It's great. I love it. I don't like doing reviews in my car, like you can tell. But for once, I'm actually at home and doing fantastically well, just because we've just had NXT takeover. No, we haven't. That's a lie. I've just lied to you. I'm sorry. We just had NXT, the weekly show, and it was very good. It was very good. We had some decent matches on there, some decent progression. I'm looking over here because I'm about to post this on Twitter, like I usually do, and then we'll get into it. Plus, my notes are on my phone over here and not written down because professional and all that. Right. There we go. Right, let's get my notes up, shall we? So there we go. Right. Sorry if there's any interference with the phone. I'm trying to hold it as away from the microphone as possible, but there might be some. We'll have to wait and see. But we kicked off the show with Shayna Baszler and Nikki Cross. Well, Shayna Baszler came out talking crap about Nikki Cross, and I think she mentioned to Kurt Kai, I'm not too sure. Well, she mentioned the whole locker room saying how last week she proved that everyone was going to be scared, and she proved the point, basically. Nikki Cross came out, did her crazy stuff, egged Shayna on, and they then had the brawl, which Nikki came out on top, I believe. Can't remember. I'm pretty sure Nikki came out. Yeah, she did. She came out on top. She didn't take the title this time. Shayna had the title this week. So Nikki obviously gave it back. Next, but yeah, that was great fun. It was a decent segment. And we're going to get Shayna versus Nikki confirmed at NXT TakeOver Chicago. So cannot wait for that. Cannot wait for that. I put on Twitter that it could potentially steal the show, even though it's got Gargano Ciampa 2 and Velveteen Dream Ricochet on it. It could steal the show, in my opinion. But we'll have to wait and see. It's only 2 weeks away, or a week on Sunday. So I can't wait. Next up, we had TM61 versus some jobbers. I think they were. I didn't recognise them. TM61 won again, and then they called out everyone in the NXT tag team division, saying they can just beat everyone, which is fair enough. They're on a little bit of a winning streak, so they probably could beat anyone, unless you're called the War Raiders or Undisputed Era, maybe. But we'll have to wait and see. Next up, I thought this was going to be the main event, but it wasn't. Roderick Strong versus Danny Birch. Decent match. This good match. The finish was the rest of the Undisputed Era came out because Roderick Strong came out on his own. The rest of the Undisputed Era came out, tried to interfere and distract, and so I'm just moving my phone so it's bare. And yeah, the rest of the Undisputed Era came out, tried to interfere, and what's going on here? And they did. They distracted Birch, but Pete Dunne and Oney Lorcan came out to beat up Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly. Pete Dunne hit a nasty-looking punch on Adam Cole. It looked quite on Kyle O'Reilly even looked quite good, and it then led to Danny Birch putting in the crippler crossface, if you want to call it that, onto Roderick Strong. But before Roderick could tap even, Adam Cole got up on the apron and distracted Birch, who let go of the hold for some reason. Roderick stood up, hit his backbreaker, and won the match. As Roderick Strong was celebrating, Pete Dunne just popped up from out of nowhere behind him. And as Roderick turned around, he just looked in the eyes of Pete Dunne and was like, oh, fuck. And they had a little bit of a brawl, but Kyle O'Reilly was there to help out Roderick Strong, and the Undisputed Era walked away on top of that. So obviously, Takeover, we're going to have Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly at Undisputed Era versus Oney Lorcan and Danny Birch, and also at the UK tournament, they're going to have British Strong Style in Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate, and Trent Seven versus Undisputed Era. So there's some good matches on the go, I think. Next up, we have a little segment between EC3 and Cassius Ohno. Cassius Ohno was doing a photo shoot for NXT, and EC3 came along looking very tanned, and they set up a match for next week. So next week you're going to have Ohno versus EC3, and it's going to be good. My hand's getting all numb. It's getting all numb. Let's just put that there. Hope if it does make any interference, I do apologise, but it serves me right for trying to do notes on my phone. Next up, we had the Ricochet and Velveteen Dream segment, and these two are just incredible. It's absolutely incredible. They just have everything, these two. I cannot wait for their match at Takeover. Cannot wait. The main event match, if you will, because the main event wasn't the match. We had Kairi Zane versus Lacey Evans in their rubber match, which it was a very good match, if I'm honest, in my opinion, which had the wrong winner as well, in my opinion. Kairi Zane won, but I thought Lacey Evans should have won that. I've been really liking Lacey Evans in recent weeks. She's been really good. She's been really growing on me. And I've said about Kairi Zane on here before how I don't get the pirate gimmick. Just she's obviously a very good wrestler, but the pirate gimmick, just I'm not into it. Not into it at all. But the main event, which, like I said, wasn't the match, Tommaso Ciampa came out, rained down in all his booze and all that whatnot. Cut a promo on Johnny Gargano and how Johnny interrupted a match, tried to make it all about himself, and talking about how how Johnny injured his wife and whatnot. And it was really good, classic heel promo. The crowd were throwing heat on him all throughout. It was great. And who comes out from the back? None other than Johnny Gargano, and they have a massive brawl throughout the arena, which ends up in Johnny Gargano putting on, first of all, Ciampa put on is it the Gargano escape? Is that what they call it? I think that's what they called it on commentary. The submission hold. It's a bit like the Rings of Saturn, I think, Neville's finisher. A bit like that. But yeah, Ciampa had that on Gargano and then walked off, but Gargano came back and on the top of the ramp put it on Ciampa, and that's what closed out the show of Ciampa tapping out once again to Johnny Gargano. And they're obviously going to have their street fight at TakeOver Chicago. But that was NXT. Like I said, it was a very good show. What is this? NXT. But yeah, very good show. Can't wait for TakeOver. Obviously, next week's going to be the go-home show. And I'm going to have to see what happens. Because I don't think Adam Cole, unless they're going to have a last-minute thing, I don't think Adam Cole's defending his title on TakeOver. But we'll have to just wait and see. So, if you like that, please like and please subscribe if you are new around here. And leave a question down below if you want anything answered on our podcast. We are recording it later on as I'm recording this. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, UK time. So leave a comment down below. I'm sure we can get that answered on the podcast. And follow us at BadBookersWP on the Twitter. And I shall see you again next week, I believe. Yeah, Monday. I'm thinking, should I do a UK tournament review?